Rob coming to you again with another cook. We're going to do 2 full racks of ribs today, and we're going to be using our char griller as always, and we're going to make it about maybe a 6 or 8 hour cook. Y'all stay tuned. I hope y'all enjoy. Alright guys, so here we are preparing to season the ribs. I'm laying out some saran wrap so that I can wrap them up nice and tight after I season them for their overnight stay with the seasoning. And it's going to be about a 12 to 24 hour seasoning rest, and I'm going to have them in the fridge. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit that bell for some more notifications whenever I upload some videos. I'd really appreciate it, and I hope that you enjoy this content that I'm putting out for you. So here you see my little man real interested in helping me remove this skin that's on the back of the ribs. This one was fairly easy to do. The second set you'll see here in a minute was just a little bit harder to do, but because it kept breaking apart. But this one stayed together fully. I was able to get the whole thing off and then move on to seasoning them. So here we are, we're putting our salt on. It's our coarse sea salt on there. Make sure you smash that like button. I'd really appreciate it as well. We got some garlic powder going on. Little man's doing a good job here layering it down. And then I got some onion powder going on here. And then next up, you're gonna see some chili powder go on here. I like the chili powder, I like to put it on there. Little man wanted to help with that too. He was just not moving quick enough, so I went ahead and helped him with that part. Layer it down on there pretty good. Then I put some paprika on there, give it a little more color, a little more flavor. Then we grab the cumin coming up. I like cumin. Cumin on pork to me tastes really good. I like doing that. So this is just me making my own rub basically. I don't use any competition rubs or anything. This is just fresh cracked black pepper going on there. And I don't like using the rub seasonings, or maybe I just haven't really found one yet. But here I am. On the first one you didn't see me wearing gloves to remove the fibrous area, but of course I did wash my hands after, just making sure I make note of that. And then here I'm just removing that fibrous layer again and seasoning it up the same way I did the last rack. Gloving up again, and I didn't show this on the last rack of ribs, but of course you always want to flip it over and season the real meat side of it too, just to get that flavor to infuse into that meat really well and pack it full of flavor for you when you're smoking these ribs, and they just come out really good, really well cooked. See at the end of this video what it looks like. I can guarantee you it tasted amazing. Really didn't need barbecue sauce, but I went ahead and put it on there anyways. But it really didn't need it. I mean, it was flavor packed. It was really good. So here I am just tightly wrapping it up so it could be in the fridge for, I think I said 12 to 24 earlier, but it was more like 12 to 20 hours that I kept it in the fridge. So I'm just making sure my layers are wrapped really tight. And here's the saran wrap again, and I just kind of wrap it around and keep it really tight as possible. And this is the smaller rack of ribs, same thing. I'm making sure the saran wrap is on there nice and tight, and so the seasonings can infuse into the meat for that overnight stay in the fridge, and the infusion of that seasoning gets really in there. Alright, that's a good look at the end product there. Again, here I'm doing a little good look at it. Right, this is the next day, taking it out of the fridge, being prepared for the smoker. And like always, guys, it would be greatly appreciated if you smash that like button for me for putting out this content for you. Here I got the smoker going already with some apple wood. I'm just preparing to lay this rack of ribs down. I did a different little setup in this smoke. I actually used my charcoal pan that I would have if I was grilling as kind of like a smoke deflector in a way. Put it at the bottom, flipped it upside down of the smoker. So coming from the smoke box, it was kind of diffusing the smoke, or maybe just moving it around a little bit better so that hopefully it would surround the meat a little better. After a little while, I noticed that the cook wasn't progressing as quickly as I wanted to, so I had to remove that portion. Don't forget to check that subscribe button for me. Hit the bell for more notifications on videos that I upload. I really do appreciate it, guys. I'm trying my best to put out some great value for y'all. So here's about, I think it was like 2 hours into the cook. Color's still looking good. Smoke volume's looking good. Vapor pan is still. Alright, so quick update. We're about almost 3 hours into the cook. Obviously my gauge has gone up now, and I'll tell you why. I took the pan that I usually use to hold all my charcoal. I took it out. It was keeping the heat really low, and I know I want to keep it low and slow, but it wasn't allowing for the cook to make progress like I needed it to, so I took it out. I've added some more apple wood to the smoke box, and yeah, we're getting a little high on the temp, but that's actually maintaining right there. It's starting to come down a little bit, but let me show you the ribs here. They're looking nice. I'm gonna probably flip this one so that the meaty side can be facing towards the heat source. I still got my vapor pan in here, but I mean the ribs are actually looking pretty good. I'm just gonna allow this to happen for about another hour, if not 2, and then I'll be wrapping in butcher paper this time. I'm gonna try the butcher paper. I'm gonna put some butter on there, and then I'm also gonna put some minced garlic on there and let that cook in for the rest of the cook, about an hour or 2 from now. Alright guys, so moving forward here, we're spritzing the ribs with some apple juice. I've seen this technique done to keep the moisture on the ribs, and that's the flavor packed stuff that we're spritzing on here, right? We're making it just really moist, and that's what I want to do. So the next step here, I put it in some butcher paper. I put some butter on it along with some minced garlic, kind of rub it in a little bit, and then make sure I wrap the butcher paper nice and tight around it. I did this on some spare ribs in a video that you'll see a card pop up for right now, and the spare ribs turned out amazing. Maybe a little too cooked because the bones just really fell out of the ribs, so it wasn't like a tough bite, kind of the style that you're going for with ribs. It was just fall apart. But on these ribs, you'll see at the end here, the cook was nice, the flavor was nice, and the meat stuck to the bone still, and it wasn't a hard bite off. It wasn't tough. It was really good. Alright, so this is 45 minutes after the meat has been sitting around just cooking in its own heat. Real easy to cut but not fall apart. The bone is still stuck in there really well. And then when you take a bite of these, you'll see later on my kids are eating them and they're enjoying them very much. It's not hard, it's not tough, it's really easy to eat. Full of flavor, really full of flavor, guys. I recommend either making your own seasoning or maybe getting a good competition barbecue seasoning for ribs. I know they sell them at Academy and other food stores, and even some barbecue places will have some competition rubs there for you if you want different types of flavor profiles. The one that I did, the flavor came out great. Even with the minced garlic on there, the flavor was awesome. And this is after butcher paper wrap, so the moisture was still there. It cooked in that moisture. And here's the finished product with some barbecue sauce, homemade mash, and some homemade corn on the cob. The corn on the cob I threw on the grill as I was still smoking and finishing up the cook. It's kid approved. So again, guys, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. Stay blessed.